I watched all 3 nights of the Republican convention. All 3. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm an atheist. I have no religion. I tend to dislike religion. All that stuff. I have several of Christopher Hitchens' books, if that tells you anything. The sense I got, more than anything, I have a million reasons to dislike the Republican Party. But what I was amazed at is how ultra-religious this convention was. Every night they closed with a benediction. They closed with a priest or a bishop or whoever coming out and giving a prayer. And these were long prayers too, several minute long prayers. And the sense I got, not just on this issue, but on a lot of different aspects, is you're not welcome here. That's the sense on the religious aspect, on the on a lot of aspects. It's like, not only do we disagree with you, but we don't really like you, is the sense you get from that, from watching this convention. And the other thing about the convention is that I don't like to be lied to. When you lie to me, it really pisses me off. But that convention was nothing but Republicans didn't used to have to lie to have a national debate with the other party. Not at least in this way. When Reagan said, when Reagan asked in that debate in 1980, ask yourself if you're better off than you were 4 years ago, he could honestly say that because people were worse off in 1980 than they were in 1976. But when Romney does it, now, am I better off in 2012 than I was in 2008? Yes. I am. Yes. Yes, I am. And I think it's ridiculous to compare those two situations. And I think it's a good way to describe how much the political landscape has changed from 1980 to 2012, how much it's totally changed. It keeps going further and further and further and further to the right. In 1980, Ronald Reagan was saying we should reduce the top tax bracket from 70% to 50%. Carter said keep it at 70%. In 2012, the top tax bracket is 35%. Romney is saying we should reduce it to 25%. And Obama's saying raise it a few percent. It's moved so far to the right, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I got a completely negative reaction from watching the Republican convention. I'm going to watch the Democratic convention, and hopefully that lifts my spirits a bit. Here's the thing. I am someone who has not been impressed with Obama, but watching that Republican convention, it made me want to be a Democrat. Watching the Republican convention made me want to be a Democrat. So now I'm going to watch the Democratic convention, and I hope it doesn't make me want to be a Republican. And so I will go into watching the Democratic convention with This is a situation where I'm at right now. The Democrats have this convention to convince me to vote for Obama. You know, that's because right now I'm in a position where I'm like, I can't honestly support either of these candidates. You know, it's not an issue like, well, I agree with this and this. You know, there's so many issues I disagree with both of them on. I'm like, yeah, maybe I just shouldn't vote or throw up my vote to a third party or whatever. The Democrats have this convention to convince me that Obama's worth supporting. So I'm going to watch the convention and we'll see what happens.